Man, so I'm back with another one, y'all, man, and I'm be talking about my book, Keys to Elevate. Matter of fact, let me pull my mug out right now. Yeah, so Keys to Elevate, y'all, was basically a quick read, man. I think anybody can read, and I feel like it can help anybody elevate to the next level. Firstly, because the first thing that I say is environment. Environment was the first thing. One of the keys that I felt like should be the first thing is the environment. And the reason is because, before I jump all the way in, and let me tell y'all why I wrote the book, man. Originally I wrote the book, man. A partner of mine had reached out to me and said, bro, how did you, how you elevate, bro? How you change your way of thinking, bro? How did you get to the point where you at today? And it's funny because I didn't think about the answer that I would tell him until I really sat back and thought about it, And so I decided to write kind of what I wrote to him in this quick read where you can answer questions as well after each chapter. It's 3 chapters: environment, positive thinking, and intentional action. And after each chapter, you can answer questions. So I give y'all the first one. The first question y'all can add, the first question I ask in it, right? Because it's a writing prompt in it. So I'm looking at it right. I'm about to read it to y'all. The first question, I'm gonna give y'all a question from each chapter. So this is the first question. And y'all write this down. If you listen to this right now, write this down. So the question is, what changes do you want to make to your environment to better support your personal growth and development? I'm going to ask y'all again. And make sure y'all write this question down and make sure y'all answer it. And tag me in it when you answer this question. What changes do you want to make to your environment to better support your personal growth and development? So environment was the first thing, right? I go into a little detail about some things that I might have wrote in this book, which you gotta get it to know. So environment was the first thing, man. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to have a best friend that was in the streets or whatnot. And me being in these environments didn't understand that it played an effect on my mentality, how I carried myself mentally, And us being in these environments didn't help me elevate to the level that I feel like I should have been at. And once I realized that I got to switch my environment, I used to tell him, like, yeah, bro, I'm not about to go over there. I'm not going over there. We used to be in all the hoods and stuff. So, like, yeah, I got to show y'all a picture. But, you know what I'm saying? When I was 16, 15, I used to be in these environments. And it didn't switch my mindset until I really realized. I sat back, I had a conversation with a mentor of mine. And he was like, yeah, man, you need to stop hanging with him, because you're going to end up being destructive. So basically in the book, I kind of talked about how, we were in 2 different places. So, he ended up, getting shot and getting locked up and, just spending his time in jail most of them years after we stopped hanging around, and I started surrounding myself with people that I can become better with. But not only that, y'all, when I got older, I use the same formula, like even now. So people wonder how I'm on the level that I'm at now, doing these events, making podcasts, writing books. It's all from environment, because when you surround yourself with other people, like-minded individuals, or people that know more than you, they can put you on a whole nother level. They can teach you about different things. Start surrounding yourself with people that can teach you about books, podcasts that you should be listening to, things that could just elevate your mind, because if you don't know better, then you ain't going to do better. So if you know better, then you're going to do better. So if you're surrounded by people that's going to teach you different things, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, then you're going to grow. But if you're not, if you're surrounded by people that's negative all the time, they're not going to put you on the next level. They're not going to help you get to the next level. You're not going to know that you're on the level because you're not surrounded by people that can pour life into you like, hey, I think you could be doing that. You should be doing this. Even now, I surround myself with people that talk to me and tell me like, hey, I think you should be doing this. Yeah, speaking life into me. Hey, you really motivated people, so you should start doing this. You start doing that. And so, again, that's the first chapter, The second chapter, positive thinking. Positive thinking. I say positive thinking is important because, well, before I start that, let me ask y'all the question that's in it. Remember, it's 5 questions after each chapter, and I'm gonna go to positive thinking. Positive thinking. What negative thoughts or beliefs do you want to work on? Reframe it into more positive ones. What negative thought or beliefs do you don't want to work on? Reframe it into more positive ones. Write that down. Write that down if you're listening. Yeah, write that down. So, positive thinking. Positive thinking. I feel like a lot of people underestimate positive thinking. And it's funny because environment goes into positive thinking. But my biggest thing with positive thinking is what are you doing when you're waking up in the morning? What is the first thing you're seeing? Or what are you watching? What podcasts are you watching? What TV shows are you watching? Who are you talking to during your day? Are you even talking to people that's positive? Also, with positive thinking, we all know you got to have a positive mindset when you're dealing with these things in life. Things could be worse, right? We know that. Things could be worse. Things definitely could be worse, but what is your mindset on it? I got a buddy that talked to me. He said, man, when I first started my clothing brand, my dad asked me, what if it don't work? His pop said, but what if it do? What if it don't work, Dad? But what if it do? So you got to ask yourself these questions when, if you got a goal that you want to go out there. And instead of asking yourself, dang, what if it do? Ask yourself that question. Like, write that down. If you still writing, write that down. Write that down and say, what if it do? But what if it do? And so switching your mindset, positive thinking. Think positive. Like, a lot of people think, that should be common sense, but it's not. When you're going through a lot of things and you surrounding yourself with people that don't speak life, that don't speak positive, it's not a common sense thing. When you got people always talk, look, I want to tell y'all a cheat code. When I'm doing any of my projects, I don't talk to people about what I'm doing. People will be quick to tell you, what if that don't work, or why you think that'll work, or man, I don't want to talk to nobody till after I'm done and finished with it. I'm going to just tell y'all, if y'all like it, cool. If y'all don't, cool. But it's done and I accomplished it. Or I'm going to do it. If I choose to go work out, what if you... Nope. But what if you do? Know what I mean? So, yeah. We're going to go to the next one. And the last one is intentional action. My favorite one. My favorite one. Okay. So this is the question. What habits or activities do you need to eliminate or prioritize? No. I ain't going no. So this is my question for y'all. What do you need to be intentional on? What actions do you need to take right now, today, while you listen to this episode? What actions do you need to take? What do you need to be intentional on? And this is one of my favorite chapters. Like, if I'm being honest, this is why I am where I am at today. By being intentional about what it is that I want to do. And being honest with myself. A lot of people say they want things, but they really don't. Y'all got to be honest with yourself. I had to be honest with myself. I got this clip on Instagram where I say, I said, when I get this ring light, I'm going to be making YouTube videos. When I get this ring light, I'm going to make YouTube videos. Guess what, y'all? When I got the ring light, ask me how many YouTube videos I made. None. You want to know why? Because I didn't really want to do it. And we got to be honest with ourselves. I didn't really want to do it. Why? If I did, I would have did it without the ring light. The ring light would have made it a plus when I got the ring light. But I didn't really want to do it. And to me, that's why a lot of people deal with procrastination, because you got to ask yourself, is this something that you really want to do? If it's not, be cool, be honest about it. It ain't something I really want to do. But if it's something that you really want to do, I promise y'all don't need all that extra stuff. I'm doing this episode right here, right now. This podcast was literally made to motivate people to just do it. Like, I don't even do this podcast from out my studio. The studio that y'all see from my other podcast, Over the Top podcast, I don't do this podcast from that. I do it from my phone just to show people, like, you don't need all the extra stuff. I don't need that microphone there. I don't need my camera there. I don't need none of that. And guess what? This episode going to be published on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. So if you're listening to this right now, be intentional about what it is that you want. Be very intentional. Write it down, like literally. And people like to say write down your goals and stuff, but people forget to tell people to, after you write it down, take action. And don't wait. Do it right now. Do it today. What are you waiting for? Like, I'm being dead shit. I know I sound like dude off that commercial back in the day. You're procrastinating, sitting on the couch. No, I'm being real. Because, and again, this is all from my book, Keys to Elevate. So if you ain't purchased it, yeah, you might want to hit me up and purchase it. You might want to hit me up and purchase it. Keys to Elevate is writing prompts after each chapter is 5 questions. You hear me? After each chapter is 5 questions. But listen, be intentional about what it is that you want to do. A lot of people ain't being intentional. That's why they not getting things done. You know, a buddy of mine, he say, if you ain't shooting for something, you shooting for nothing. If you're not shooting for a specific star in the sky, you're not gonna hit none of them. You gotta be intentional. You gotta aim for something. Be very intentional. That's been my cheat code this whole year. I say I want to do something. Okay, boom. These are the steps. Let me write it down. These are steps I want to do. Okay. Now, what do I have to do to get to that point? All right, I want to throw an event. What type of event am I? Man, I want to throw a defeating procrastination event. Okay. What are the steps? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now what's next? Okay, put it out there. Be fearless. Another thing, I like to tell people, be fearless, man. The only people that's going to talk about you is the people that wish they can do what you're doing. Like, for real. The only people that's going to talk about you is the people that wish they can do what you're doing because you fearless. It might be ugly right now, whatever it is that you're creating, but soon enough, it won't be. And that was how I got to the point where I'm at. You got to give yourself room to grow. Yeah, they talk about everybody when they first start. They won't be talking too much more longer, because guess what? You got too much time on your hand. They got too much time on their hand if they talking about what you doing. That was one thing I realized. Only people that ever talked about anything that I've done in a bad way is somebody that ain't doing what I'm doing. That can't do what I'm doing. The same people that's listening, the same people that ever talk bad about your idea that you told them to, they mad because they can't do what you doing. And that's just facts. They intimidated by it. So you know what they gonna try to do? Sabotage you before you even start. Yeah, they gonna try to get in your head before you start. Yeah, that's what most people do. That's why the next cheat code, I'll let you know this, my next cheat code, I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. By the time I tell you what I'm doing, it's already done. By the time I'm telling somebody what I'm doing, it's already done. I can show you it. So that's a cheat code to y'all. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. If you about to hit the gym, you about to start hitting the gym. If you about to start a new brand, a business, you about to start a clothes, man, don't tell nobody. Not even your closest, nobody close. Don't even tell them. Start working on it. Just do it. Then maybe when you start working on it and you're doing it, you can ask somebody, hey, what you think this look? Do you like this? But I want to tell y'all a secret on that too. Be careful who you show your stuff to, because people don't always want to see you doing good. I remember hearing this quote. People want to see you doing good, but just not better than them. But so be careful who you show your stuff to before you finish it. But I say always show at least 3 people. If 2 of them people say the stuff is ugly, it might be ugly. So don't shy away from good criticism, you know. But at the end of the day, if you like it, you like it. Stick with it. Stick with it. Because there's a lot of things I've created that people said they wasn't rocking with it, and I rock with it anyways, and I was successful with it. You hear me? I was successful with it. I had a friend of mine tell me about my art show that I did, the first art show I did. She said, I don't think you should charge tickets. Most people don't do tickets for us. And I said, hey, I'm still going to do tickets. I sold 75 tickets for my art show. Successful. Most people don't do that. Most people ain't me. Most people ain't us. The people that's listening, most people ain't us. We got to have a disruptive mindset. Like, we have to do things that's different, creative. Nah, we not doing it the same way everybody else doing it. But Yeah, back to my point before I got to really going in, cause I'm talking on this mug, and it's funny cause I miss really tapping in and going in on my podcast, and really talking to the people. Demond Hicks talking to the people. Y'all listening to me, And so again, intentional action. Be intentional. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna feel so good. And I'll tell you another cheat code. Once you accomplish something, once you do something, rather it's beautiful, rather it's perfect, we all learning. Once you accomplish and you do it, oh my goodness. When I tell you the confidence you're going to have next, doing it again, after you already did it, they ain't going to be able to tell you nothing. They ain't going to be able to tell you nothing. Matter of fact, let me... I just thought about something. Hey, grab a pen and the paper out real quick. This simple, but grab a pen and the paper. Grab a pen and paper. And I'm waiting for y'all. Y'all got to do it. Y'all got to do this. Y'all got to do it. Grab a pen and a paper. Grab a pen and a paper. Now, what I want y'all to do real quick, I want y'all to draw a card. And I'm going to give y'all about 10 seconds to draw the card if you listen to this. 10 seconds. Grab a pen and a paper. If you ain't got it, grab it. All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds if you got it. 10 seconds. 10. 9. Come on, ain't got to be perfect. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen, look at that car. Look at that car. Now ask yourself this question: is it perfect? Nope. But guess what though? You did it, and you was intentional. You knew what you wanted to do. What did you want to do? You wanted to draw a car, and you got it done. And look how you feel right now, the confidence that you have right now from just taking action on something that you decided to be intentional about. I'm talking. Hey, for real, I'm being dead serious, y'all. Man, be intentional. It's gonna turn you up, and the people around you gonna be wondering what type of, how you even, they gonna be asking you for advice. How you do that? When you gonna, show me how to. Man, y'all tap in with another one. I'm gonna end it. I don't even know what I want to name this episode. I was dropping gems. But yeah, y'all tap in with another one. If y'all enjoyed it, man, inbox me, let me know. Tap in with another one, y'all. Peace.